Hello everyone, my name is Amy, this is the Opinionated Woman, and welcome to my weekly vlog. As you saw, I started off my morning doing a squat challenge and reading my book. The squat challenge was intense. I only filmed the first round. I did 3 rounds doing 300 reps, 300 squats, and I realized that I've got a life drawing class today. I shouldn't be doing leg day on a day where I'm going to have to be holding poses. So hopefully that doesn't fuck with me too much. The artist lady who does the classes asked me if I could do it, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to be on my period, so obviously that won't work. And then all the other models said they weren't available, and she was like, would you be able to do it in underwear? And I was like, okay. So I'm like, if I get paid the same amount of money to literally be tits out, like, heck yeah. So that's what I am going to be getting on with. I also wanted to update you. As you saw, I'm reading Down Under by Bill Bryson. You saw that this morning. I just started it because on the weekend I picked up I Am by Maggie O'Farrell. It's over there. And finished the whole thing. It was so great. So I'm going to be talking about that in Crafty Reads, which I have to film now because I've got to 5 books again, which is crazy, freaking crazy. And then I'm still listening to Monday Is Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. This book is so artfully written. It's so, so good. Like, let me put this down because my tripod is charging. So I've got like maybe 3 hours left of this audiobook, and Claudia is starting to come out of her shell a little bit, you know, like getting to know other people because Monday hasn't been around and she's been so isolated. But the way Tiffany D. Jackson writes this is you get different periods of time. So so just before it happened, 2 years before it happened, after she'd gone missing, even later. So like there's all these different portions of time that we're getting little bits of information from, and the way she puts them together comes across it's so skillful, it's so perfectly done. And it gets you to really be invested in Claudia and Monday's relationship, because obviously in the present day setting, Monday's just missing. And obviously you should care about that, but she writes it so that we really get to see the connection between these two girls. And we mourn the fact that Monday is not there as well. And we get this sense of dread grows and grows and grows as you read it, because you know something is not good has happened to Monday. I still don't know what has happened to her. Obviously I'm not going to tell you, but she builds it so exquisitely. And she also works in little bits of what you can see that Monday was hiding from Claudia, because Claudia and Monday are from very different backgrounds. Like Claudia's not allowed to go, or Monday doesn't allow Claudia to come over to her house. There's obviously a very tense home situation that because she's a child, Claudia just did not pick up on. She just didn't realize that. She didn't put two and two together because she's still a kid. But obviously reading it as an adult or reading it as someone who knows that something bad has happened, you can see what's happening, and it's so intense. Tiffany D. Jackson, just so good, so good. Anyway, I'm going to get my ass into gear, do some work, and then I will take you with me to life drawing later. Howdy, okay. I know I said I'll see you at life drawing, but I'm so glad that sometimes, that at the end of the week, I plan out my next week. Hello. Because I completely forgot what my plans were. Thank fuck for bullet journals. I don't know what I would do without my bullet journal. I really don't. But it's my friend Karina's birthday today. So happy birthday, Karina. And she loves snickerdoodle cookies. So I'm going to make her snickerdoodles and I'm going to take them to her tomorrow because she works. She's the shop manager at my brother's tattoo shop. So I'm going to take them to her. And I want to buy a cute little box to put them in because there's this place called Mary Pack and you can get the most amazing like little boxes, like flat pack boxes, like in all different designs that you can like pop back up. And then I've also bought her a mug that has a sloth on it because she loves sloths so much. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm off to there. I will show you Mary Pack because it's so cool. Like I actually need to take my mom there. I want to start crocheting and I want to go to the place that's up the road from me, but they have a massive yarn section at Mary Pack, which is also super cool. And there's like recycled yarn and stuff, you know, more like eco-conscious things, and they've got like hookies and stuff. But yeah, I will show you when I get there. Monday's Not Coming is so intense, but I cannot stop listening to it. Like, I was just going to watch YouTube videos while I made my friend's cookies. I'm going to have to keep on reading this book. I've got like 50 minutes left. If I listen to this while I bake and then listen to it going to life drawing, I should finish it because, oh my god, my heart is very, very sore. Just trigger warnings and stuff if you aren't in the best place. The last quarter of this book is very intense, but I highly recommend it. Right, so that little clip was from me. One of the multiple times that Monday Is Not Coming made me cry, and I've not cried in a book in a very long time. Keep in mind I'm about to start my period, but my heart, if you want a book that can really write about trauma, but in a way that makes you want to keep on reading, this book is it. She just writes about trauma so, I just don't know how she manages to do it in such a well-rounded way. She like covers all bases when it comes to this stuff, and like a surprise came like right like towards the end, but it didn't feel like a cheesy like climax. It was like a kind of moment, and the way they dealt with it after that was just so good. I highly recommend this book to anyone. Tiffany D. Jackson is a fucking queen. So I'm going to pick up a different book, a new book. I'm going to listen to that in the car. going to life drawing, and I'll let you know how it is tomorrow. Okay, I didn't end up life drawing. There was a miscommunication between me and the art teacher. Turned out I was posing with another model, which I would have been comfortable with, but then it was a man, and I'm not comfortable with that. And I thought I'd told her that, but she was very sweet about it. There was a miscommunication. She's very lovely, and she like just kept on trying to reassure me because I ticked in front of them. And I don't tick in front of people that I don't know, and I just felt my face go, and I clicked as well, so I vocal and physically ticked, which I hate, because it's a bit embarrassing, even though I don't think I should be embarrassed, but it is embarrassing. So I'm gonna go home now. What is she hanging on to? It's Tuesday. I don't know how much I'm going to be updating today. It's the first day of my period and I'm feeling icky. I don't always feel icky on the first day of my period, but yeah, I'm not feeling so hot today. But I have been reading Down Under, and he's talking about he's luckily started mentioning the Aboriginal people from the very beginning, because I think you can't really speak about this kind of history without, you know, speaking about the fact that the land was stolen from the native people. So that's something good, at least. I don't know if he covers it in the best way. I don't know. We'll still have to see. I'm not too far into it. But I just have to have this quote. So the first people to move to Australia, like after they, and I put this in big quotes, discovered it, when they brought over all of the, they brought over a whole bunch of people to like settle there, and they brought over all the prisoners that we all know about from Australian history, unfortunately. The people who've been brought over to Australia, it wasn't even people who were doing like dangerous crimes. It wasn't murder, it wasn't rape, it wasn't anything like that. It was just like, the one guy got brought over for stealing 12 cucumber plants. So what he called it is like a thinning out of the lower classes almost. So they were like taking their lower classes and trying to send them off somewhere else so that they didn't have to deal with them, which is disgusting. But Captain Arthur Phillip, who was the guy who was like in charge of this expedition to Australia, I just found so he after he like fucked up so badly, he got sent back home, and in 1814 he managed to die by falling from a wheelchair and out of an upstairs window. I just think that's so funny. It sounds so mean that there's like, you know, an old man being pitched out of a window, but he went, and he wasn't the greatest of guys, you know. I just think he just like went there, was like, oh fuck, I fucked up, and then buggered off, leaving everyone else behind having to deal with his issue, and then fell out of a window. I mean, that's like years later. Like, I think he was quite old by that point, but oh, I find that tickles my funny bone. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I'm going to update the rest of today, but check with you later. Oh my goodness, so I'm filming Crafty Reads tomorrow, and I just had to check some main characters' first names and stuff like that for the 5 books I'm going to be talking about, and I saw that Blood Like Magic second, like its sequel, which is coming out this year, just got a cover. This is what it looks like. Isn't it beautiful? And then I thought about the fact that Legendborn's sequel is supposed to come out this year. That also has a cover. I'm Deceased. I cannot wait. These are 2 fantasy series that I am so on board for. This is the kind of fantasy I love. Oh, and there's so much black girl magic. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. There seem to be many instances in this vlog where I need to show you Abricans. Honey, I put that dress out so I can film in it. Don't squint at me. God damn it. I'm filming a Crafty Reads and trying to look cute. Cats. Okay, I'm all done finished. I'm all done finished. I'm not good with words today. I'm all done filming Crafty Reads. And I was watching a video, and someone mentioned All's Well by Mona Awad, and I realized I have not told you guys about it, because that's what I'm reading. So All's Well follows this university school production of All's Well by William Shakespeare, which I didn't know was a play. So I don't know any of the backstory. I'm sorry, my nose is so itchy today. I think it's allergies. It's so bad. Like all through Crafty Reads, I'm having to pause to scratch my nose. Anyway, so when this has been like talked about online, I thought that it would be following the students. So I didn't know if it was going to be like a If We Were Villains vibe, but then I realized it's actually following the teacher, Miss Fitch, Miranda, as she's known. Wait a second. She wants his attention so bad. He's just annoyed. Oh, my babies. Keep going. Oh. Anyway, cute animals aside. So we're following Miranda, who is the lecturer who is in charge of this production. She's decided to put on All's Well. All the students are pissed about it. They want to do Macbeth, and nobody knows All's Well, but she has this obsession with it because she was on stage and did it. But from the get-go, we know that she's a very, very unreliable narrator. She has a pill addiction, and she has a physical injury that she got from falling off of a stage when she was performing. And she's had to have a lot of hip and back injuries, operations. So she's got a lot of pills that she is supposed to take for that, but she takes way too many. She just pops them constantly. She's like got a pill bottle in her pocket all the time. All the time. And she talks about her pain like it's very, very real. And a lot of people do not take her pain seriously, which is very, very frustrating, which is kind of like, no wonder she's popping loads of pills. If no one takes her pain seriously. But yeah, I think that's a very interesting way to come at it, because she's super unreliable. She's in charge of this, and she is just super unreliable. She doesn't like the students. She seems to hate her job. She seems to hate life in general, but it's actually really good so far. This is my first foray into Mona Award. I did want to try Bunny, but I haven't been able to get hold of it. So yeah, I'll just at least get a taster of her writing. Hi, I'm sorry about the spooky lighting. It's really overcast here today. So I've just been editing this week's vlog, and from the outside, besides some pieces, it looks like I've been fine, but really this week so far, and it's only 3 days in, has been a bit of a rough one. I'm not gonna lie. I think already going into having my period, so it always hits something, you know, because I also am bipolar, so obviously having the hormones go all over the place throws me a little bit out of whack. And then that incident on Monday happened, and now I really want to be clear, this is no hate to the artist whose classes I have modeled for. She handled the situation wonderfully. She really did. But going to that class and that moment of realizing that they were wanting me to pose with a naked man, I felt this cold dread settle over my body, and like this rock in the pit of my stomach. And I ticked very, very clearly in front of them. So while I was ticking, I have a tic disorder. So look, fucking, I mustn't say I look crazy. I mustn't. But I didn't like it. It wasn't a nice situation. I felt icky in it, and I probably have a lot more trauma around being around a naked man than I thought. Has been years. And I think that situation has made I was already I've checked my mood tracker, and I was already saying I was feeling a bit meh on Monday morning. So I wasn't feeling the best, and then that situation just tipped me over, and I've had a bit of a like a sigh time, and that's not really that fun to watch on a vlog. So I just wanted to be real with you about how my mental health is, how I'm handling it. I'm doing lots of like editing of stuff, been reading, did yoga, all of that kind of stuff. I've been really struggling with food this week, really struggling. I didn't have dinner last night. Yeah, so basically I'm just trying to be real with you about how mental health is sometimes hard to deal with, and it hits you when you least expect it. Though luckily for me, I was kind of expecting a little bit of it because I've been tracking my periods and stuff, so I know when I might be a little bit anxious and things, but obviously the other case I didn't anticipate. But I'm just going to leave the vlog here. I'm currently reading All's Well by Mona Award, which I gave you a description of. Hopefully the next time I vlog, I will be able to let you know how that went. And then I'm reading Bill Bryson's Down Under, so a little non-fiction moment. I'm sure I will update you in another vlog or in Crafty Reads as to how those two reads go. And also I'm going to put my story graph and stuff here, somewhere around here, because I am going to be trying from now on to put a review with every single one, and then to tag it for any trigger warnings, put in any content stuff that Storygraph has to help its system, like track what you like and give you good recommendations and stuff like that. I'm going to try and become more active on Storygraph. Anyway, I'm going to go now. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like, subscribe, comment down below, etc. Tick on my bell for notifications. Check you next time.